right, everyone. It is your favorite political innovator, David Washington, here with another episode of the David Washington Show. Oh boy, it's a whole lot going on, folks. And where to start every morning, I get up, I start with the New York Times. Every evening, I end with Promethean updates. And there's so much going on in our world today, and just trying to keep on top of everything, the workload, the T8020. And I have some sad news to say about the T8020. Our political clients and Jay Washington and door to door I4 in general, just so much going on. However, I just wanted to add this piece, two pieces here. Right now, we're in the midst of the judicial qualifier for judicial candidates. It ends tomorrow, April 24th at noon. And so right now, we're looking at a whole lot of offices, a lot of judicial seats that are going unchallenged. I think about 22, 23 in the Ninth Circuit where I reside, and though about that many are up for election, and many of those are going unopposed. There are county judicial races, Orange County judicial races, where several are being challenged, incumbents are being challenged. However, there are some that are not. And people talk about being involved with the electoral process and being aware and educated. And without fail, during each election cycle, people come to me, regardless of their political affiliation, say, who should I vote for judge? And it breaks my heart. I mean, it really does, because the interpretation of our laws are incredibly important. And many of the candidates who do want to become judge, particularly at the level of the circuit or county specifically, move up the ranks in the judicial system. And so you want to be aware of that when you do your research for electing judges. And granted, there's very little that judicial candidates can do as far as campaign for themselves because of a regulation within judicial conduct called Canon 7. They're limited. They have a committee that can campaign on their behalf. However, personally, a judicial candidate cannot advocate for themselves on the campaign trail. And so there's very little information out there. However, many of these candidates lead very public lives, particularly on social media, or their activism or lack thereof is well known. And that information is available depending on access to their network. And many of the voting public do not know this information, which makes it even that much harder for voters to understand who they're voting for. However, that does not stop voters from getting on the computer and typing in the name and trying to find out as much information, particularly in the world of AI now. It's not as difficult as it used to be. There's so much information out there. There's LinkedIn pages, there's Facebook, there's the Wayback Machine, if it still exists. Does it still exist? To find out about a particular person and their qualifications, who they are as individuals, and maybe visit a courtroom and see for yourself how a judge conduct themselves. So, just saying that, folders, politicos, campaign consultants, political advisors, keep watch on who qualifies, who doesn't qualify. Many people will win after 12 noon tomorrow, April 24th, 2026, by default, because there will be no one challenging them. Not bad, huh? Anyway, on another note, a sad note, in regards to the T8020 token in community, the token project that Jay Washington has been working on for over a year officially, and the concept that has been in the works since before the pandemic. The founder and the inspiration behind the T8020 token and community, Claude Smith, passed away on Easter Sunday. And he passed away after a bout with cancer. And he is survived by his sons, Jeff and Mike, and his wife, Donna. It's a sad moment for the T80 team and the Points Club board. However, that's not going to stop us from making Claude's dream, continuing his legacy, and creating the T8020 token. And we are moving expeditiously forward and making sure that happens. Our team is solid. We are having the best communication we've had throughout this whole process. We have a Points Club board that is looking at the communication and the organization of the board and taking steps to be more proactive. So I am very excited with the approach that we're taking. We have a platform that we will be investing in, hopefully, through our partners at ePixel. And we're very excited about that. Why reinvent the wheel when we can invest in a company that can do it for us and still own all the properties? So I'm loving the direction we're taking. It's keeping me busy, no doubt. However, and I'd like to end with this. Claude Smith was a mentor to me. In his voice, I heard my father's voice. Claude was a man of authority, integrity, commanded respect, a man who I learned a lot in regards to business and politics. And he will be missed. However, his legacy will carry on with the folks at the Points Club and at the T8020. We'll miss you, Claude. We love you, Claude. Donna, we're always thinking about you. We love you. Jeff, Mike, we believe in you. Looking forward to working with you, Jeff, and moving forward. Love to get to know you soon, Mike, and to Ted, Trevor, Anthony, Phil, Claude, John, Joe, everyone at the T8020. We're moving forward. We'll see you the next time. I'm David Washington, your favorite political innovator. We're moving forward. God bless. I love you. I'm out of here.